Good morning, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel of astrologer Anil Agarwal. Today we will be talking about, the COVID cases reducing. I had mentioned using the Rashi and Nakshatra Sangata Chakar. I had made clearly these predictions that from the maximum number of cases will be from the 24th of April to 5th of May 2021, and the date 30th will be the peak date, and it has proved spot on. The number of cases on 30th April in India were more than 4 lakh and 1,000. Now, after the April 30th, now the number of cases have started reducing, and on the 2nd of May it is 3 lakh and 68,000, and today also the number of cases have gone down. Now if you talk about Delhi, the number of cases were 30,000, they have come down to 18,000, and maybe even today they are less. So my predictions, they were made on 23rd of April, much before even the lockdowns were implemented. Even the lockdown, I had predicted that it will be implemented. It will be implemented for 14 days and then it will be continued. And all my predictions are proving spot on. Now, talking about the eclipse of the 10th June. The eclipse of the 10th June is not visible in India, but I've used it as a lunation chart, and I've analyzed what will be the state of affairs of the virus, and I find that it is not very critical, but the disease will linger on in the D6 and D8. In the D8, the 6th lord of the lunation chart should not be with Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. It is not with Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, but the 6th lord is gone in the 11th house. So what it says, it is 6 from 6. It will expand. The disease will expand, but it will not take a serious shape. It can take a serious shape when it is with Saturn or Rahu and Ketu. Then it becomes lingering, crippling, and a TB-like or a cancer-like disease. And this coronavirus is absolutely like a TB. The lungs are affected. So friends, this is what I just wanted to discuss, that the predictions as per the Rashi Sangata Chakra, as per the Nakshatra Sangata Chakra, and as per the planetary positions, things are improving. I'm very happy. I'm so much excited that the magical tools are proving spot on. Now, another article which is of utmost importance is, I had not discussed it, fearing that I should not discuss it now. But you see, since I've written an article, other astrologers may copy paste and they may make videos, and I may lose my identity. So I said I must also discuss this and make a video on this. The most venomous month is September 2021, because the lunar fortnight is of 13 days and the solar ingress of Sun in Virgo is most venomous. I cannot explain to you. You see, if you look back at the time of coronavirus in the year 2020, Jupiter went in retrogression in Capricorn. It entered Sagittarius, and 99.9% astrologers, I would say 100% astrologers, said that since the eclipse had taken place in the sign Sagittarius and Jupiter is coming back, this disease will go away. They don't even know that what is a fallen planet. Now these conditions, I had predicted that instead of the virus easing up, it will explode, and it did explode. After 30th June, in September, the maximum number of cases in 2020 were in September, around the 16th of September, when Rahu Ketu were also about to change their axis, and Ketu was in Gandanta. In Sagittarius, about to go in Scorpio. So that was the point. It clearly shows that till the time Ketu is there in Scorpio, we will not get a major relief. We may get, you see, it may remove its foot from full throttle after the 10th of May because it will get out of Jyestha. But it will not leave the sign Scorpio. So till it leaves the sign Scorpio on the 17th March 2022, we will not experience a major relief. And then it will linger on. The third wave, the linger on, maybe it is fourth wave or third wave, it will linger on till Rahu goes in Aries and Ketu goes in Libra, and there is a nakshatra exchange on the 7th and 8th of February 2023. And last but not the least, Saturn. You see, I have talked about these planets, these slow-moving planets, especially Jupiter, Saturn and the nodes. Their LCM is 30. So, after every 30 years, in a cycle of 28 years, because Saturn takes 2.5 years, so the cycle can start from 28 years. So every 30 years or 60 years, things repeat. And it has been seen in the past that when Saturn was in Shravana Nakshatra in the past in 1962, even then it created hell. So I would put it this way to make everything absolutely clean, that till the next thing would be after 8th of February or 29th of April, when Saturn also leaves the sign Capricorn, then we will be free from these diseases and all the untoward happenings, because Saturn is not happy in the sign Capricorn, because it does not, the stars, the nakshatras are not friendly to him. He is inimical to them, and it's negative sign. And Aquarius is its Mool Trikona sign. So now we were talking about the most venomous time. So we experienced that when Jupiter was fallen from Capricorn to Sagittarius, it created problem. And before that, Jupiter was in Sagittarius, it fell back in Scorpio, and we had even then problems. So as a matter of fact, we have been having problems ever since 2018 and 19. The problems have started in 2018-19 when the Chandrayaan was launched. Why Chandrayaan was not successful? Because in the Lagna, the fallen Jupiter was there. Now, why I am talking about Narendra Modi's Oshate is enigmatic? Because the Lagna has fallen Jupiter. And if Jupiter was to do well, then he would have shined right now. He would have excelled in the other states. Now Jupiter is fallen. It is aspecting Moon and the Lagna Lord gone in the 8th house, and people are expecting wonders from Narendra Modi. He cannot, even if he tries his level best, he cannot, because his host chart is enigmatic. He'll have obstacles. It is not that he doesn't want to do it, but the conditions would be such that he will not be come out of that wood, that that Muhurta is not good. So talking about this, and in the Pisces new moon chart, Chaitra Pratipada, Pisces new moon chart of 2021-22, in the D6 and D8 charts, the Venus, the 5th lord, and Jupiter are afflicted. It clearly shows, friends, that in the third wave, the children will be influenced, and there is no focus for vaccination and for the virus for the children. And my fear is that this wave, the third wave, will influence the children. The reason is very clear. Ketu will be in Anuradha star. Anuradha star belongs to Saturn, and Saturn will be retrograde, and Saturn will be with Jupiter, and Jupiter is the 6th lord, and Jupiter is the Venus is the 6th lord, and Jupiter is the Karka for children, and it is the 8th lord of the Pisces new moon chart, and Jupiter is Karka for children, and Venus is the lord of the 6th house of the main Rashi chart, and in the DA chart it is afflicted by Rahu Ketu. So friends, it is clearly pointing out that the third wave, there will be problems with the children, and in the solar ingress of Virgo, all the planets except Venus, all the planets will be influenced by Jupiter. 4 planets will be aspected by Jupiter. Moon, Saturn will be with Jupiter. So friends, there are 7 planets, and in the Rashi Sangata Chakra, they will be Veda. There will be Veda with 7 planets. 7 planets having Veda. And that time frame is not good, friends. From 5th of September to 21st September, and then 3rd and 4th November is very bad. And my experience, whatever magical tools I have used, they are proving spot on. Now, there is an aspect of Jupiter. Jupiter signification I have written. Jupiter signification is finance. Jupiter signification is revenue. Jupiter signification is children. Jupiter signification, so many significations. Prosperity, divine blessings. So, all this will be missing, and Jupiter is aspecting all the planets, and there is a Veda from Jupiter to all the planets, to 7 planets in the Rashi Sangata Chakra. And even in the Nakshatra Sangata Chakra on the 3rd and 4th, it is most venomous. So 3rd and 4th from Rashi Sangata Chakra, from the Nakshatra Sangata Chakra, and from 5th to 21st October in the Rashi Sangata Chakra. So friends, and there is an aspect also. When I've talked about 3 things, when there is a pressure aspect, when there is an aspect in the Rashi Sangata Chakra, when there is an aspect, simultaneously all the 3 things are happening, it is extremely bad. That is why I said that we will have emergency-like situations from the 24th of April to 16th of May, because all the 3 things are happening. Mars is aspecting Saturn by 8th aspect. Mars and Saturn have got Veda, and Mars will aspect degree-wise on the 16th of May, when there will be Veda in the Rashi Sangata Chakra, Veda in the Nakshatra Sangata Chakra, and there will be a degree-wise. So 16th May is also a very important day. But I find maybe 16th May can also explode, but maybe I find that the number of planets which were influenced on the 30th of April are much more than the number of planets which will be influenced on the 16th, because on 16th Sun will also change its sign. Sun will change its sign, but its Sun will get Veda. The moment Sun goes in Gemini, it will get Veda from Saturn. It also get Veda from Saturn. So things are very complicated, but at the same time you can predict that this time frame from 14th of September to 20th of November will also be most enigmatic. It may not be that fierce and that crucial like what we are passing right now, but definitely this wave, maybe we call it a 3rd wave, will be definitely crucial. And if we don't take any measures right now, we will again land into trouble. So my point is that the politicians, the health minister, the chief minister, the governor of Delhi, and as a whole in all states should be taken care that the children are also inoculated, vaccinated, and taken care of. The schools will suffer, the educational institution will suffer because Jupiter will be fallen, and their education will also suffer. So friends, this is all just I wanted to say, that when Jupiter will be retrograde, it is getting retrograde in June, on the probably 20th of June, and then it will fall back in the sign Capricorn from Aquarius on the 14th of September, and it will continue in retrogression till October, till middle of October, and 20th of November it will go back in Aquarius. So friends, this is all I just wanted to share. It's a very important time frame again. We have passed through one big bottleneck. We are passing through a big bottleneck. I would say we have passed, because 30th is over. Now again, today is 4th. We have to look for another 1 or 2 days. Obviously, I have said that when the Rahu will be in adverse motion, there will be spikes, and there will be sign like a sine curve. the number of cases will go up. When Rahu is in normal motion, the number of cases will come down, but slowly and slowly things will ease. But primarily speaking, there is another very valid parameter is that the king of the year, Mars, will become debilitated from the 2nd of September, and in the solar inverse of 10th June, it is placed in the 10th house and opposed by Saturn. And Mars is also aspecting Jupiter, the 6th lord, and Saturn is aspecting the 6th house. So both are also influencing. So friends, my point is that things are definitely bad, but they are improving. The basic, the trouble was Ketu in Jyestha Nakshatra. Why I am talking of Ketu in Jyestha Nakshatra? Because on the 14th of December, the solar eclipse took place at 29 degrees, which is a Gandanta degree. And till that time, Ketu leaves, because it was very close to Ketu, and Ketu was also in Jyestha Nakshatra. So till the time Ketu leaves Jyestha Nakshatra, we will not get not even a single astrologer